Jai Hind and Vande Mataram. My dear friends, this is the matter of happiness and pride that government has made the biggest defense deal to purchase 114 Rafale aircrafts from France. I'll come on later whether the Rafale aircrafts deal is required for India or not. But primarily I am focusing regarding the number of the aircraft government is planning to purchase. My dear friends, you all are aware and it is available on the social media. Many defense generals, air marshals, especially who are retired, it is discussed over the media that Indian Air Force needs at least 42 squadrons, though as per my personal opinion, India needs at least 55 squadrons. But by the specialist of the Indian Air Force, by the ex-Air Force chief, it has been decided that Indian Air Force needs at least 42 fighter squadrons to cater its requirement by seeing the threat perspective from the Pakistan and the China, and the danger is not going to reduce, it is going to be increased. The summary of 42 squadrons, when it was prepared, that time Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, all these other surroundings and the neighbors were not being counted as a threat member. But in the recent past, in the developing geopolitical situation, you might at least this 114 aircrafts will suffice the Indian Air Force minimum requirement up to some level. So it is a matter of little bit satisfaction that Indian Air Force, which was lagging with the number of the aircrafts, so it will be supplied in the due course of time. That exactly not known how much time that Dassault Aviation will take to supply all these aircrafts. Moreover, in this defense deal, the biggest thing is that as a partnership, transfer of technology and some other agreements, maximum assembling or some sort of manufacturing will be made in the India. Indian Air Force and Indian government were looking for this partnership since long time. During the Mirage also, we were looking for that. Ultimately, some aircraft servicing of the Mirage 2000 was given to the HL. But this time, I think government might have thought regarding this that due to Atmanirbhar project and in view of that, some assembly of the aircraft or some other servicing part, definitely it will be with some Indian partner. So that is a more matter of happiness. Now, why India has selected Rafale only, though it being 4.5 generation aircraft? My dear friends, if you see globally, the aircraft manufacturer which are at the top line in the world are what? Boeing, some China and France. British aircraft, there are some British aircraft also, but India is not flying all these British aircraft, only that Jaguar aircraft we are flying. When you purchase these war machines, you have to purchase certain such technology which are available up to 20 years to cater your servicing requirement, to cater your spare parts, to cater your supply of different accessories also. Suppose you have purchased one aircraft. If a fighter aircraft has been purchased in the airworthy condition, and if it is not associated, equipped with required war machinery like missiles, like bombs, like capable radars, like other infrared sensors, what is the use of that fighter aircraft? You are not purchasing that fighter for making the flying club. So, along with that fighter aircraft, you need these weapons, and when these weapons are installed on the aircraft, you need to correlate all these communication and navigation system. Since Indian Air Force is already flying the Mirage 2000 since long time, and Rafale has been 36 Rafale has been brought since few years back. The Rafale aircraft is a war-tested machinery, especially for the Indian Air Force, which has been recently used in the Operation Sindoor. So, if any war machinery has been proved by your forces and in your country itself, you have a better option to believe on that. Though this Rafale is being flown by some other countries also, but once your flyers, your ground crew, your system, your communication, your integration, your weaponry is installed on that, all these things have been tested, equipped, navigated. So you have a better choice. First point is that. Second point is that once we are flying the Mirage 2000, we have a already established relation with the Dassault Aviation and also its engine manufacturer, that is SNECMA. Mirage 2000 is equipped with the M53P2 engine and Rafale is equipped with M88 engine. The Rafale engine is also being prepared by the SNECMA, that big company is Safran, and Rafale is being prepared by the Dassault Aviation, which is a manufacturer of your Mirage 2000. So you have a established relationship between the manufacturer and the Indian Air Force and also with the government of India. Instead of that, Indian government has a very good chemistry with the French government, which has been proved at many times. Also, many Israeli equipments are being installed on these aircraft which are French origin. So we have a good relation with the Israel also in terms of this technology. So we have already one established relation platform with the manufacturer of this aircraft. If you purchase a new aircraft with a new manufacturer, you have to establish many platforms irrespective of communication, relation, strategy, supply of air spare parts, supply of accessories, establishing of servicing facilities of that origin aircraft. One thing I would like to tell you, aircrafts originated from Russian origin, aircrafts originated from French origin, and aircraft originated from, suppose, US origins. So every original OEM, that which is called original equipment manufacturer, they have their own technology. So their testing facilities, their servicing facilities, their test labs, they are not entirely but different. Their SOPs are different. So you cannot use the Russian labs for your French aircraft, your French lab. So once you are flying Russian and the French aircraft, there is a established facility for all these aircraft in the different bases where these aircraft reside or fly. For example, there are the certain aircrafts which use liquid oxygen. There are certain aircraft which use their oxygen gas. So if some aircraft is utilizing liquid oxygen, so, so you should have a LOX plant. Certain aircraft are using only oxygen gas. So you can use the oxygen cylinder to supply the aircraft in the aircraft. Like this, there are many things. And if you focus on the servicing point of view, based on the metallurgy of that particular aircraft and the engine, different checking facilities, inspection facilities. For example, I am talking the point of fourth line inspection. So they just differ. Because suppose this is a Russian origin aircraft or Russian engine. So its crack detection frequency, its crack detection technology may not suit for the French aircraft. Suppose you have a two combustion chamber, one is of the Russian engine, one is of the French engine. The French OEM will tell you to use radiography technology. The Russian OEM will tell you to use some penetrator inspection, because the metallurgy used in the Russian aircraft is some other based, and metallurgy used in the French aircraft, suppose it is a titanium based, so OEM wants that it should not be exposed to any chemical. Like these things are different. Turbine blade used in the Russian engine, turbine blade used in the French engine, they have different capability. So their testing facilities also differs. The testing pattern also differed. The testing method also differed. So like that things are there. In some Russian aircraft, the limitations are different from limitations in the French aircraft. In French aircraft, in the hot zone, some limitation is there. If this much crack is there, you can fly. But in Russian aircraft, this may not be there. So these are totally different patterns and blocks for the different OEM aircrafts. So the things become easy to understand for the operator and also for the maintenance staff also. It is easy to adopt the technology of that OEM of which aircraft we are flying earlier. So one of the major point to behind purchasing the Rafale aircraft is that good relation of Indian Air Force, Indian government with the French government, easy adaptability by the maintenance staff of French origin aircraft, and number 3, if you are a good observer of the geopolitical situation, what is the mindset of the US? You all are knowing that United States has given the F-16 to the Pakistan with a barrier that you will use only for the to break the terror infrastructure when Indian Air Force made a strike that used, and MiG-21 Bison being flown by Wing Commander Abhinandan has hit that F-16. What happened? The America was very angry because it was just insult to the America, not to the Pakistan. So there are questions in the mind of that Indian citizens, why India is not purchasing F-35, F-22 or F-18. Though it was not in a clear voice, but Donald Trump and the United States wants that India should purchase F-35 from them. But can you believe, if you purchase F-35 from America, and if after purchasing the United States put such sanctions, barriers, limitations to the Indian Air Force that you can use it for China but not for Pakistan. So are we going to abide by that barrier? No. We are purchasing, we are paying money, we can do anything with that machine. That is our decision. And one more thing, in this geopolitical situation, when the United States President offered a lunch to the Asif Munir, who had just fought a war with India, what is the guarantee once United States stop supply of the spare parts, or after signing agreement for the supply of the F-35 aircraft, after receiving the money, if the supply is not being made in the due course of the time, what the India can do? But we had a experience with the France and the Russia both, that this thing has not been done from these two countries. So in this point of view, we cannot rely on the United States governments. You know that our Tejas Sarkar and AMCA project, we are depending on the GE company, which is of United States, for the supply of this engine. Is not giving the source code of that aircraft. If they are not willing to establish the servicing testing facilities at our bases, this will also not do. One more thing, if they make a condition that our second, third, fourth line servicing team will be from the United States, they will be available at our bases, what is the guarantee that our secrecy of that base will not be leaked out? What you have seen that United States servicing staff was available in the many Pakistani bases. So many things are there, due to which I think government has not taken decision to purchase the F-35 aircraft, though it being a fifth generation aircraft. But I am happy if the 114 Rafale aircraft is being supplied to us as soon as possible. Simultaneously, I request to Indian government to look for some other fifth generation aircraft. You may avoid United States, because in this era, I cannot believe, I think you cannot also believe on the United States, but you can look for some other fifth generation aircraft. All the best. Jai Hind.